What's the stupidest reason someone has ever tried to sue you for? I was driving home from work last Tuesday when I saw this golden retriever just wandering around near the highway. Cars were flying by at like 60 miles per hour, and this dog was just sniffing around the guardrail like nothing was happening. I pulled over because honestly, I couldn't just drive past. The dog was super friendly, came right up to me wagging its tail, had a collar with tags and everything. The name tag said Buddy and had a phone number, so I called it. This woman named Valerie answers, and she's immediately crying, like sobbing into the phone. "Oh my God, where did you find him? I've been looking everywhere." I told her where I was, and she said she'd be there in 20 minutes. I didn't want to just leave the dog by the road, so I took him to my apartment. Figured it was safer than having him run back toward traffic. Buddy was chill, just laid on my couch like he owned the place. Clearly someone's pet. Well-fed, clean, knew basic commands. Valerie showed up 2 hours later. When she saw Buddy, she started crying again. Hugged him for like 5 minutes straight. She kept thanking me over and over, saying I was an angel, that she didn't know what she would have done if something happened to him. She even pulled out a $20 bill and shoved it in my hand. "For being so kind," she said. Most people would have just called animal control. I tried to refuse it, but she insisted. Said it was the least she could do. Everything seemed normal. She left with Buddy. I went inside, ordered pizza, watched Netflix. Typical Tuesday night. 2 weeks later, there's a knock on my door. Some guy in a suit hands me papers. I'm being served. Valerie was suing me. For what? Get this. Intentional infliction of emotional distress. I read through the whole thing 3 times because I thought it had to be a mistake. Her lawyer claimed that by taking Buddy to my apartment instead of immediately calling animal control, I caused her unnecessary emotional trauma. She was asking for $1,500. The paperwork included printouts of text messages she sent to friends that night. Stuff like, "I can't stop shaking," and "What if something terrible happened to him?" There was even a time-stamped video of her crying that she apparently sent to her therapist. I was stunned, like genuinely could not believe this was real. I called my buddy Kevin, who's in law school, and he was laughing so hard he couldn't talk for like 2 minutes. The court date comes around and I bring everything. Call logs showing I contacted her within 5 minutes of finding Buddy. Photos I took of him safe and sound on my couch. Even the recording from my phone where she thanked me and called me an angel. The judge looks at all this stuff, then looks at Valerie. "Ma'am, can you explain why you accepted help from the defendant, thanked him, gave him money, then decided to sue him?" Valerie doesn't even hesitate. She goes, "I realized after the fact that the trauma I experienced could have been completely avoided if he had just let professionals handle the situation." The judge pauses. You could hear a pin drop in that courtroom. "Are you suggesting the defendant is at fault for returning your dog too quickly?" And this woman, completely serious, says, "Yes, he robbed me of proper closure." The judge just stares at her for like 10 seconds. Then he dismisses the case, just like that. As I'm walking out, Valerie actually runs after me in the parking lot. She's yelling, "You haven't heard the last of this. You'll be hearing from my therapist." That was 6 months ago. I never heard from her therapist. Heard from her.